build our personal brand, we build our reputation. But, big but, if you don't do what you say you will do, you will be seen as inauthentic. Therefore, focus on building your core skill sets is very, very important. Okay? So that when you communicate your skill sets, when you communicate your brand, it is a 100% alignment between what you say, what you show, and what you do. So what I'm saying here is that reputation cannot just be communicated, it has to be shown. Right? So how do we do that? Right? First, build resilience. Develop a growth mindset. Practice gratitude. Okay? Engage in self-care. And build discipline and routine. It's important that, if you develop this growth mindset that it's okay, I'm growing, tomorrow is going to be better than today. Right? But take note not to push yourself too much. Right? Push yourself to the limit, but like 90% of the limit. Okay? Once you know that you hit 100%, just take a break. Right? That's what I mean by engaging in self-care. Take a break, refresh yourself, rejuvenate, and come back up and get to the next level. Even in our own ways, practice gratitude. Be grateful for what we have enjoyed in life. Right? Because tribulations and sufferings will come our way. But how do we see that positively? From a character building standpoint, from a personal development standpoint, it's going to help us to develop ourselves mentally. That's how we build resilience. And with that, we build discipline and routine. Right? When we build discipline and routine, we are building ways to build incremental wins every day. And eventually, you will build to the point where you start to see really compound interest. Right? For those who study finance, you know, right? If every day we save enough, we will see compound interest. But to do that, you have to build discipline in saving. Build discipline in building their skill sets every day. Second, develop high emotional intelligence. Develop self-awareness, develop emotional regulation, practice active listening and cultivate empathy, and build social skills. Again, I emphasize, build your horses, find your horses in your life. And when we talk about emotional regulation, if you see all the very wildly successful individuals, one thing they learn how to do is to regulate their emotions. It's human reaction to feel sad, happy, jealous, angry, right? It is human reaction to let out these emotions. It's human wisdom to let in these emotions and regulate these emotions and respond to these emotions. Be that person who is wise to let in these emotions and respond. Letting in is not suppressing. I'm not saying suppressing your emotions. It's okay to have those emotions, but to regulate them, like Tai Chi, you have all these forces, how do you Tai Chi them? They eventually dissipate out in a non-destructive way, constructively, right? You are all in your early 20s, right? 20 years old, 19 years old. Now is the time to start practicing it, because it's not going to be easy. It's so easy to just let out. It's human reaction. So it's time to practice it. And once you practice it, you regulate it, you respond to it, you show wisdom and you show maturity. And once you show yourself to be a mature individual professionally and personally, you will be seen as reliable. That is something that AI cannot replicate. And finally, again, develop strong verbal and written communication skills. I think I said this probably 5 times already throughout this sharing. Non-negotiable, important.